Hi all, welcome back to One Field at a Time. So we've had the winter off pretty much. We didn't end up going away again after our last trip to Parkdean in October. So we packed the caravan up. I was going to do a bit of a video for that, but life just takes over and you get busy. So I've just come into the caravan today to do a bit of a check over it, make sure that we've got no sort of like issues in here, check on the batteries and stuff. But one of the things that I have found wrong is the shower door is like delaminated itself, so the paint's come off it. So I thought what I'd do is I'd give you all a little look of it, and then I'll show you how I plan to repair it. So if I just take you over to the shower room, you may see it over here. Should ignore the doors that are all open. So you can see the paint has just took itself off. Don't know what's caused it, maybe a bit of moisture getting behind. I'm not quite sure, because we do use the shower when we're off grid and stuff and don't have any facilities on site. But as you can see, it's peeled off. So we've bought some like waterproof vinyl wrap just from the local B&Q. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the door off, and then we will head inside and I'm going to put it on the dining room table so I've got a nice flat surface to work off, and we will get it repaired. So just to show you, it looks like it is 3 hinges just to shut the door off, and just 3 little screws in each one. So yeah, so should be simple to take off, so let's wait and see. So that's the door off, nice and easy, just what, 9 screws in total. Door wasn't too heavy neither, so at least it's not swinging off and hitting me. So yeah, so let's take this door inside, we'll see if we can knock off any sort of loose paint and stuff, and then we'll show you how we get it repaired. So as you can see, as I showed you now, we get a little bit better look. Now you can see that has all just come off. So what we're going to do is take the handle off, and then we're going to work that off, and there's a couple of tools that I've got to do it. A rusty old scraper, I have got a better one but I can't find it as usual, and then some screwdrivers, just take the handle off. So the first thing is let's get this handle off, and then we'll be able to clear the paint off it. So in theory, I should be able to flip this over now. There we go. Try not to scratch my dining room table. So that's the handle off, and now we're about ready to get scraping, I think. So let's see how much of this loose stuff we can take off, and I'll show you what we've got to, to recover it with. Let's have a go. little blade that I got in the kit that I'll show you shortly, just to run it along the edges, I think, to get a nice sort of flat edge, because it looks like obviously when these have been coated, they've been coated seamlessly, which we're not going to be able to achieve with the van. So yeah, so I'm going to wet the way along and just take off any little sort of jagged edges so I can get a nice finish. You just work your way along, nice and steady. I think you should be able to get a decent amount of work. So yeah, you can sort of see if we can get you a nice thing there. It's a nice straight edge, so we're going to do that all the way along. Now, and one of the things I found what I'm trying to do is just leave a lip of a couple of millimetres, which I'm hoping is going to sort of like help it look a bit neater the way it joins on, but I suppose we'll find out. So that is all the paint off and what have you, and that little sharp knife that I had's really helped actually, so you can see all off there. And I don't know whether you'll pick it up on the camera, but I'll just try to leave a real nice little lip. A little bit untidy that one, but the rest of it's all nice and tidy. Sharp knife, just run your finger along the side of it and you should get a couple of mil. And I'm hoping that's going to give us a nice just like connection and what have you, just where it joins up a bit and stuff. So next I'll show you what we bought, which will be like the little vinyl that's going to go across it, and so you can see it. Hopefully you can see this. So what we've bought is a DC Fix vinyl, just from B&Q. It was about £8 in total, but to go with it, a little kit which I think was just a couple of pounds, little sharp sort of craft knife, I suppose most of us got one of them knocking about, and then a little like squidgy thing really, and I was going to like, I could be alright about it, but I think that could really help. Just sort of try and work any bubbles out or anything, kind of make sure we get it nice and flat. So the next thing is just to have a go and see what happens. So I suppose let's try and get this unwrapped, and then we will lay it on, and I think we'll see how long it is and what have you, see if we need to do any cutting to size or anything like that. And stuff. Let's turn a little light on so we can see a bit better, I think. But we've gone for like a nice little marble effect really, so something a little bit different than a normal white, and if you can see it, so we'll see. You see it? You like it? There we go, the boss approves. Sharp then. And then let's just lay it on and we'll see if I need to cut it so we're not messing about with any sort of excess and stuff really.
Okay.
Nate, you want just coming over at the top, fine?
Is it sharp?
No, just there. There we go. So, I think what we'll do is we will cut it down a little bit to make it easier.
And a lot of paper cuts I like.
Just closing that down.
What?
I don't know. Check this. So it looks like it's about the right size really, but yeah, we'll put it down a bit, makes it a bit easier.
Did you film it outside?
Yeah.
While you're getting the door?
I think now it's probably just a moment of truth really. I think we'll get some bits of it stuck on, try and wipe it on, and I think once it's stuck, I think I'll really start trimming it down. So what I don't want to do is run the risk of cutting it too short, which is usually my trick when I don't measure enough times. So we'll get this stuck on, and then we'll see about trimming it and seeing how neat we can make it. So, little tool we've got to start smoothing it out. So what I've done is I've just done like the first few inches, I think, and then I'm just gonna work it all on. I reckon. So it looks like it's going on. Shows up a few bumps from any other wood that isn't perfectly smooth, but I suppose we're going over a surface that was painted, I suppose. So it looks like a powder coat, like a vinyl thing. Right, so, and before I make the plunge and pull the rest of it off, I'm just going to do a final check to make sure that we're all lined up. Right, so let's move it about now. Should be alright to start working it along. Now, I think this would be better with like two big people out instead of a big person and a little person possibly. But then you go. Yeah. What I'm going to do is just bit by bit work it along. And then just try not to get any air bubbles in. Like I said, I think you can see the texture of the wood underneath. I don't think you're going to be able to do a lot about that, I'll be honest. So you just keep working it bit by bit. Try not to get any kinks. You just go to a corner from it and just pull it down and just real gently. I'll do it. Alright, so I'll just show you, I'm about at the halfway point and it's going on quite nicely actually. I'm quite happy with the way it looks. I would say sort of moving in like sort of 4 to 6 inch sort of spots bit by bit, and then just use your tool to sort of thing. It doesn't look like there's too many air bubbles. And where I have had any sort of pop up a little bit, it's been quite easy to, what do you call it, to work your way out. See there's a little bubble just there, just come up. And I think you just go over it with this tool. It seems to get it all out. And then just going along the seams, and I think once I sort of like got it all on and I'm ready to cut it, what do you call that? I'll be able to really work along them seams. So that's it all covered now, and it looks like it's gone quite nice in all fairness. I'm quite happy with that. So now if you can just have a little look down there, you saw it gone quite smooth. So I suppose now the crucial bit is about getting it all nice and neat and cutting it, which I suppose this is the bit where it probably could go very wrong. So yeah, so we'll have a little go at that. One of the things I am going to do is just cut away some of the excess just to make it a little bit easier to manage. Just keep working it around. I suppose as it starts to stick, I can imagine the glue starts to go off a bit. So, middle of the craft knife, I'm just going to run it along the seams ever so gently, just taking my time, trying to get it nice and neat. Not as easy to cut as the paint that was on. It seems quite slippy actually. That's the first bit off, I think. Not too bad. And so once you've done the edges, just work it down again, I think. There's a new seal on the bottom of the door as well. Find something for that. That's the first cut done. I think we just need to try and work our way right down the length of the door now, which I think is going to be a little bit tricky. So it's going to take me some time. So I think the key is here is just take your time and get it nice and neat. Because yeah, if you get it wrong, you're going to have to start again, which is going to be a bit of a pain, I can imagine. So yeah, let's have a go. off. I was going to come just inside the door, but it was going to be too tricky, so I just got on the edge, and in all fairness, with a little bit of tidying up, it's gone perfect actually. As you can see. So yeah, very happy with that bed. But let's get the rest of it then. Right, so there we go. So I think the next step is just to work around it with a squidgy, just getting any little bubbles out that are appearing, and then I'm going to go around the door handle as well, so I'll show you that. So this is back in the caravan. Got my little helper with me again. So we will get this back on the shower now. So set some lights on so we can see a bit better. As you see, we ain't got a full bathroom in this one, it's just a wet room. Does us be nice to have a full one, but it's not worth changing the caravan for. So all it is, again, is just the hinges. We've got 3 hinges, 9 screws. So yeah, so fingers crossed should be a quick job. We'll get this put up.
Yes.
That's the door back on. Went on quite nice and easy actually. Just the 9 screws. Tightened up the door handle like I said, and I did finger tighten eyes just to get it on. And it looks like the door's closing a little bit nicer actually than it was before, because we have a problem when we're driving that this pops open and hits there. So I did adjust that. But one little tip, something I did with there, when working on the caravan, no power tools because they are too powerful for caravans. And I stripped all the threads out once. So little hand tools, don't take long to do in all fairness, everything's pretty easy to work on I would say. So I am quite happy with that. Let me turn this other light on, see if we can give you a better view of it. So, as you can see, quite nice actually, it's gone on quite nice. I think just the edges are going to be to watch, just to make sure that they don't sort of come off again, but I suppose it's probably going to take a bit of time for it to dry. But yeah, but it's a nice simple job to do I think really, if you have this situation, even if you just want to tidy it up a bit I think. So obviously this is a 2011 van, so getting a little bit old now, you don't realise how old they are, so there's a couple of little bits that could do with tidying up. But it is in a good condition. We've got a visitor look every time we're in. And what have you. So yeah, so no, it's looking good, I'm happy with that. Like I say, cheap job as well to fix. It's probably cost us £10 and an hour of my time. The roll of stuff, as I say, was from B&Q. That was about £8, and then a little toolkit was a couple of quid as well. So yeah, really good actually. Quite nice, good selection in B&Q as well of them, different colours, marble effects, plain ones, so whatever takes your fancy. But we'll keep an eye on how it goes. We'll let it dry, and we'll see what happens when we have our first trip. So we haven't got any trips really planned imminently, but we're looking to hopefully go away in March sometime, so we'll probably be vlogging there. I don't know where we're going yet and stuff, but so keep your eye on the channel. Our adventures are going to be starting again pretty soon, and we'll be getting out there up and down the coast as usual, and visiting plenty of places off grid throughout the country. So take care, and we'll see you in the next one.